Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join the West Virginia Family Engagement Center for its Strong Families online learning series. Today's topic is social emotional learning, how to talk to your child about a crisis. The West Virginia Family Engagement Center is made possible by a $4.8 million grant awarded by the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Innovation and Improvement. The West Virginia Family Engagement Center helps families participate in their child's learning both inside and outside of the school setting, and we feel very fortunate to work with 100 schools across the state of West Virginia. Due to the ever-changing atmosphere of our communities, nation, and world during the coronavirus outbreak, we must rethink the ways in which we educate students and engage families during these challenging times. On behalf of the West Virginia Family Engagement Center, our heartfelt thoughts go out to all who have been affected by this disease, and we strive to serve as a thought leader alongside schools and communities as we navigate these challenges together. The West Virginia Family Engagement Center is a part of the Adventure Group, which is an education nonprofit that provides customized programming to serve students, educators, and families in West Virginia and throughout the United States. Our organization creates innovative solutions to education challenges and works across the country providing unique services to K-12 education and communities. My name is Dr. Meaghan Cochrane. I'm a senior education researcher with the Adventure Group, and I serve as the Assistant Director of the West Virginia Family Engagement Center, and I'll be your facilitator today. As our learning environments transition from the classroom to both virtual and in-home platforms, the West Virginia Family Engagement Center will actually be hosting a series of family-focused webinars to explore educational opportunities for students and families in the home during these school closures. Again, we greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day to discuss ways in which we can continue to learn, connect, and grow together with our children in the home during these challenging times. Concern over the coronavirus can make children and families anxious. While we don't know where and to what extent this disease may spread here in the United States and in West Virginia, we do know that it's contagious, that the severity of illness can vary from individual to individual, and that there are steps that we can take to prevent the spread of infection. Acknowledging some level of concern without panicking is appropriate and can result in taking actions that reduce the risk of illness. Helping children cope with anxiety requires providing accurate prevention information and facts without causing undue alarm. During this time, it's really important to remember that our children are looking to us as adults for guidance. Their reactions are going to be heavily determined by our actions. So again, we want to help navigate these uncertain times together, providing them with accurate, age-appropriate information and helping to ease any stress, anxiety, or tension that may arise. It's so important to remember that our children are constantly looking to us for guidance on how to react to stressful events. If parents or caregivers seem overly worried, children's anxiety may rise. We should reassure our children that health and school officials are working hard every day to ensure that people throughout the country stay healthy. However, children also need factual, age-appropriate information about the potential seriousness of disease risk, as well as concrete instruction about how to avoid infection and the spread of disease. Teaching children positive preventative measures such as hand washing and social distancing, talking with them about their fears, and giving them a sense of some control over their risk of infection can help to reduce anxiety. We have a great quote here from the National Association of School Psychologists that says, "Take time to talk. You know your children best. Let their questions be your guide on what information to provide." And that is absolutely the case. You do know your children better than anyone else. As we go through these times of uncertainty with the COVID-19 virus, let your children's questions be your guide to how much information to provide. Certainly don't avoid giving them information that health experts identify as critical to ensuring their health and wellness, but also be patient. Children and youth don't always talk about their concerns readily. You should watch for cues that they might want to talk to you, such as hovering around while you do the dishes or yard work. Also, it's very typical for younger children in particular to ask a few questions, then return to playing or schoolwork, and then come back later to ask more questions. When sharing information with your child, it's important to make sure to provide facts without promoting a high level of stress. Remind your children that adults are working to address this concern and give them actions that they can take to protect themselves. Our first tip for social emotional learning is remain calm and reassuring. Remember that your children will react to both what you say and how you say it. They will pick up cues from the conversations you have with them and also with others, so be very mindful of that. Also, make yourself available to listen and to talk with your children. Make time to talk. Be sure your children know that they can come to you whenever they have questions. Avoid language that might blame others and lead to stigma. Remember that viruses can make anyone sick, regardless of a person's race or ethnicity. Avoid making assumptions about who might have COVID-19. Our second tip is to pay attention to what children see or hear on television, the radio, or online. You might consider reducing the amount of screen time focused on COVID-19. Too much information on one topic can lead to anxiety with our children. Also, provide your child with information that is both honest and accurate. Give children information that is truthful about COVID-19 and appropriate for their age and developmental level. Talk to your children about how some stories on COVID-19 on the internet, social media, or the news may be based on rumors and inaccurate information, again, to avoid any bias that might arise within the situation. Next, an important way to reassure children is to emphasize the safety precautions that you're taking within your home. Children feel empowered when they know what to do to keep themselves safe. We know that the coronavirus is transmitted mostly by coughing and touching surfaces. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommend thoroughly washing hands as the primary means of staying healthy. So you can remind your kids that they're taking care of themselves and others by washing their hands with soap and water for 20 seconds. If you want to practice that with them, that's the length of 2 happy birthday songs. They should be washing their hands when they come in from outside, before they eat, after blowing their nose, coughing, sneezing, or using the restroom. Let them know that these very simple hand washing procedures can keep both themselves and others safe as well. Our final tip of the day is to keep talking. We don't have all of the answers to the coronavirus outbreak and ways to protect ourselves in this situation. However, you can tell your children that you will continue to keep them updated as you learn more about the virus, how it spreads, and continued ways to protect ourselves and others. Let your child know that lines of communication are going to always be open during this very stressful time. You can say to them, even though we don't have the answers to everything right now, as soon as I know more, I will let you know too. Again, our children are looking to us as adults to be positive role models during this time, and we are ultimately going to be, the reason behind that reassurance and helping to reduce any stress or anxiety that they might be feeling. These are just some very simple tips to help with social emotional learning that we hope that you'll incorporate as you speak with your child about the COVID-19 pandemic. We will provide more tips for you to use on social media. You can find us on Twitter at WVFEC, that stands for the West Virginia Family Engagement Center. You can also find us embedded into the Adventure Group's Facebook page. So if you visit Facebook and find the Adventure Group, information about the West Virginia Family Engagement Center is embedded directly onto that page. Also, our website is WVFEC.org. If you visit WVFEC.org and click on the COVID-19 resource tab, you will find information from today's webinar, as well as recordings from the remainder of our family-facing webinars that we've created, and lots of great resources that you can incorporate in the home with your children during these school closures. So we really hope that you will do that. Also, I'm here to support you during this very challenging time. You can reach me anytime at my email, which is mcochrane@edvgroup.org, or by phone at 304-296-9021, extension 12. Please feel free to reach out at any time if I can provide you with any educational supports or resources during this time. And finally, here's our reference page for today's presentation. These are some great resources on social emotional learning and the COVID-19 pandemic in ways in which you can continue to help your child to feel more safe, secure, and comfortable during the pandemic So we encourage you to visit those. These are also available on our website, wvfec.org, and then click on that COVID-19 resource page. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for the West Virginia Family Engagement Center's Strong Families Online Learning Series. We hope that you and your family will stay safe, healthy, and well during this time. Thank you and have a great day.